One day, Buddha was traveling through a village with his disciples, spreading his teachings of compassion, mindfulness, and nonviolence. As they walked, a crowd gathered to listen to his words. Among the crowd was a man who was known for his short temper and aggressive nature. This man had heard about Buddha and his teachings, but he was skeptical and believed that Buddha was a fraud who misled people with his philosophies. Driven by anger and a desire to prove Buddha wrong, the man approached him and began to insult him. He called Buddha names, accused him of being a hypocrite, and even spat in his direction. The crowd was shocked and expected Buddha to react, but to their surprise, Buddha remained calm and silent. He simply stood there, smiling gently, as if the man's words had no effect on him. The man grew even more furious. He shouted louder, hurling more insults and accusations, but Buddha continued to remain silent. Finally, exhausted and confused, the man stopped and asked Buddha, "Why aren't you responding to me? Can't you hear what I'm saying? Don't you have anything to say?" Buddha looked at the man with compassion and replied, "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man, puzzled, said, "It belongs to the person who offered it." Buddha smiled and said, "That is correct. In the same way, your anger, insults, and negativity are gifts you are offering me, but I refuse to accept them. They belong to you." The man was stunned. He had never encountered someone who responded to his anger with such calmness and wisdom. He realized that his anger had no power over Buddha because Buddha had chosen not to accept it. This realization left him speechless and deeply reflective. This story teaches us several profound lessons about how to deal with anger, criticism, and negativity. Buddha's silence was not a sign of weakness but a demonstration of immense inner strength. By choosing not to react, he showed that silence can be more powerful than words. When we remain silent in the face of anger, we prevent the situation from escalating and maintain our peace of mind. Buddha's analogy of the gift is a powerful reminder that we have the choice to accept or reject negativity. When someone insults or criticizes us, we can choose not to take it personally. By refusing to accept their negativity, we prevent it from affecting us. Buddha's compassion towards the angry man is a lesson in empathy. Instead of responding with anger or defensiveness, he responded with understanding. This compassion disarmed the man and allowed him to reflect on his behavior. The story highlights the importance of cultivating inner peace. When we are at peace with ourselves, external events and people's actions cannot disturb us. Buddha's calmness was a reflection of his deep inner peace. The angry man's outburst had no effect on Buddha because Buddha did not engage with it. This shows that anger is only powerful if we allow it to be. When we refuse to engage with anger, it loses its power and becomes futile. The story of Buddha and the angry man is not just a historical anecdote. It is a practical guide for handling conflicts and negativity in our daily lives. Here are some ways we can apply its lessons. When faced with criticism or anger, take a moment to pause and breathe. This pause allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Sometimes, the best response is no response. Silence can de-escalate conflicts and prevent unnecessary arguments. Try to understand the other person's perspective. Often, anger is a result of pain or frustration. Responding with empathy can help resolve the situation peacefully. Our ego often compels us to defend ourselves and prove our point. By letting go of the ego, we can rise above petty conflicts and maintain our peace. Regular meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection can help us develop the inner peace that Buddha demonstrated. When we are at peace within, external disturbances have little effect on us. The story of Buddha and the angry man is a timeless reminder of the power of silence, compassion, and inner peace. It teaches us that we have the choice to accept or reject negativity, and that our reactions determine the outcome of any situation. By following Buddha's example, we can learn to handle anger and criticism with grace, and cultivate a life of mindfulness and compassion. In a world where conflicts and negativity are common, this story serves as a beacon of wisdom, guiding us towards a more peaceful and fulfilling way of life. As Buddha once said, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Let us learn to let go of anger and embrace peace, just as Buddha did.